It had been in their family for generations. Of course, the fact was, the oldest sibling in each of those families was always the one making most of the decisions. And when it came to Garrett's watch, well, Wolf and Sawyer were both take-charge kind of men, and while Wolf had a generally easy relationship with his brother, Sawyer seemed to feel like whatever his word was would be the law, and that was that. Difficult sometimes, because Wolf felt very much the same. Good. I was thinking I'd leave tomorrow. Tomorrow? His sister-in-law Evelyn asked. Yeah, he said, looking up from his mashed potatoes. I was thinking. Oh, Evelyn said. Is there a problem? She'd said oh in that way women said it when there was definitely a problem. No, she said. It's just, well, June turns 6 months old tomorrow, and I was thinking... He doesn't need to be here for June's half-birthday, Sawyer said, speaking of his daughter. Yet again, Wolf actually had to marvel at his brother's situation. He'd had an accidental pregnancy with a woman who was basically a bar hookup, and had ended up single-parenting. Then he'd gone in search of a wife, and had found one through an ad he'd placed online. Now they were in love, with Evelyn raising June as her own. Good for him. Really, good for him. That was Sawyer, though, whether he realized it or not. Through sheer force of will, the man was always bound and determined to make better a bad situation, and he never failed at it. Wolf did not have the same touch. Darker, more intense than his older brother, Wolf certainly had his own manner of success with women. They loved the bad boy, and Wolf was happy to accommodate. Sawyer, on the other hand, was basically Captain America, and good for him. Just wasn't Wolf's skill set. Well, I'm making cake, that's all. I'm just going to throw that out there. I'll be here, Elsie said. His youngest sister was always quick to try and shine by comparison. Little termite. Granted, he didn't mind, mostly because he didn't worry all that much about looking good. That wasn't his problem. If people didn't like what he did, they could deal with it. Or not. Wasn't any skin off his nose. His mother hadn't liked dealing with him, so she'd left. As far as he was concerned, that said it all. If he couldn't keep his own mother around, there wasn't much point trying it with someone else. An old wound made his heart feel dull. Brianna had understood him. When you found something like that, you knew how special it was. He also knew well enough to know you didn't find it again. Elsie, are you trying to start a brawl? Hunter McLeod, part of the neighboring family and Sawyer's best friend, who often joined them for dinner, said. Me? No. I don't try to start brawls. If I want one, I'll have one. It was epically funny, coming from Elsie, who was a pint-sized horse girl with more mouth than brawn, that was for sure. You'd start a brawl and then we'd have to go finish it, Hunter said. Elsie shrugged. No one would make you. Your knight in shining armor complex is your problem. Hunter smiled, slow and mean at Elsie. Best believe I'm no one's knight in shining armor. I just like a bar fight. Elsie huffed. Either way, more cake for me. Hey, none of us have been to see them in... ever. It was true. He'd never been up to their ranch. They had come down to Four Corners a time or two over the years, but it had been at least 10 years since he'd seen any of them. Well, Sawyer said, have fun in Copper Ridge, I guess. I'm sure I can make some fun. That was part of his goal. A little bit of new scenery, some new women. Wolf wasn't the kind of guy to do relationships. He liked mystery. He liked fun.